Good morning to all of you. While discussing Order 11, I told you the process of discovery, inspection, and production of documents. So normally we call it as the topic relating to interrogatories. So you must know what is discovery. Discovery means to disclose a new thing. Interrogatory, let us confine to interrogatory, that's better. Interrogatory means to question, to ask questions, or to get clearance, or to make inquiry closely or thoroughly. So normally nobody is perfect in this world. By filing the civil suit, even though we told you that as per order number 7, the plaintiff should contain all the details including the cause of action. Order number 6, the pleadings should contain, of course, not the details, almost in a cryptic manner, the subject should be told in the pleadings itself. But still, there is scope for ambiguity. There is scope for clarification. So, such a clarification can be done, can be taken with the assistance of the so-called interrogatories. So friends, remember this, the word is different from interrogation. Interrogation is of course it is normally we feel that interrogation is done by the police in the way of questioning and getting answers. Here is also interrogatories, if they are in writing, they are put in writing to get the answers. Why? To get the better clarification. Who can give the interrogatories? Please remember, with permission of the court, the plaintiff can give interrogatories to the defendant. Defendant also can give interrogatories to the plaintiff. So, if the plaintiff gets a doubt in the written statement of the defendant, he can pose the interrogatories, vice versa. But please remember, the court should permit. Secondly, only one set of interrogatories have to be given. Otherwise, continuously whatever doubt you get today, you may get this doubt. After answering, you may get another doubt. It's not allowed. Only one set of interrogatories in form numbers 1 and 2 of Appendix C should be given. Of course, you can raise objection for the interrogatories also. If he is purposefully, if he is vexatiously, if he is falsely, if he is wanting the scandalous remarks against us, then you can raise objection. Of course, you know that court is the arbiter. Court can decide which type of questions have to be put, which type of interrogatories have to be allowed and which not. So in this connection, in the famous book of C.K. Takwani, certain guidelines are given for the interrogatories. I am going to explain them to you. Interrogatories may be administered in writing, right, with the leave of the court, means with the permission of the court, and subject to such conditions and limitations. They should not be vexatious, they should not be false, they should not be scandalous like that, right. First of all, the interrogatories should be submitted to the court, and the court will decide within 7 days. So whether the interrogatories to be allowed or not. That means they will send it to the other party who have to give reply. So either plaintiff or defendant, vice versa I told you, can put the interrogatories, right. No party can deliver more than one set of interrogatories to the same party. Please remember, here there is a clause, without permission or without an order by the court. So please remember, in Prem Sukh versus Indranath, 1894, one itself, it was clearly stated. Of course, in exceptional cases, the court may allow more than one set of interrogatories, right. So if the party is a company or a corporation, then the person who is empowered on behalf of the corporation, he can reply to the interrogatories, or he can put the question, or he can get the interrogatories also. Suppose if he is a minor, then the next guardian or next friend, he can pose the so-called interrogatories. Please remember, interrogatories may be set aside that they have been administered unnecessarily, vexatiously, or that they are oppressive, they are unnecessary, or they are scandalous. Already I told you. Then who has to bear the cost of the interrogatories? By the party administering. Suppose if the plaintiff poses the interrogatories, he has to pay the cost of the so-called, because the court cannot by itself pay the cost to the parties, right? So if any party fails to comply to or fails to give answer to the interrogatories, definitely, if he is a plaintiff, the suit can be dismissed. If he is a defendant, then his defense will be struck off. Friends, these are the guidelines regarding the interrogatories. A small question you may get, so be prepared for it. Thank you very much.